Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. The turmoil on season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise is only heating up. We are 4 episodes into the season. Previously stable partnerships, such as Dale Moss and Kat Izzo, are beginning to disintegrate under strain and temptation. One of the current season's contestants fled the United States after filming concluded. Continue reading to see why they fled the country and how they restored their normal lives following their reality TV fame. For anyone in Bachelor Nation, becoming famous on reality television may seem like a dream come true. However, quick fame has various consequences, including a lack of privacy and the loss of some aspects of oneself. Jonathan Johnson is not a household name, but he is well known to Bachelor Nation fans. He was a participant in Jen Tran's Bachelorette season. Jonathan was accepted to season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise after being eliminated from Jen's season. Many viewers had high hopes that Jonathan Johnson would find his future wife on the show. So did he. However, it has not worked out for him yet. The season isn't over yet, but most of the ladies on the show have already been matched up. Jonathan was on the verge of being sent home before April Kirkwood saved him for at least a week. He recently spoke out, assuring supporters that his relationship with April, 67, is strictly platonic and not romantic. Bachelor in Paradise audience did not want to see an age gap romance. Jonathan Johnson is no stranger to reality television. Despite his past experience, Bachelor in Paradise left him feeling overwhelmed. When I returned from filming, I was so nervous in my head that I felt I needed a break from my world. Putting yourself on national TV for the world to assess is difficult, he remarked on Instagram. He claimed that he purchased a one-way ticket to Spain and carried along an old-school Polaroid camera. His goal was to snap 28 photographs with strangers. He claimed that the event transformed his life and made him feel like himself again. He pushed his disciples to be willing to meet strangers. This is your cue to simply say hello to the person next to you, because you never know who you might meet. Jonathan Johnson's reality TV appearances have earned him a large fan base. They flocked to the comments to praise his unusual approach to regaining his identity after becoming lost in popularity. One fan said, "Human connection is truly the most beautiful thing." One of the 28 individuals he encountered along the route commented, "This was epic. It was so much wonderful to meet you." The turmoil on Bachelor in Paradise season 10 is only heating up. Just 4 episodes into the season, Paradise is already crumbling under its own pressure. Previously stable couples, like Dale Moss and Kat Izzo, are beginning to unravel, their bonds tested by unexpected arrivals, buried insecurities, and that ever-present whisper of temptation. For many fans, the beach has become less of a romantic haven and more of a psychological battleground. Behind every rose is an ulterior motive, behind every kiss a sense of dread. But few contestants have embodied the emotional roller coaster of this season more than Jonathan Johnson, a man who came to the beach hoping to find love and left the entire country instead. Jonathan's journey to Paradise began modestly. A soft-spoken, sincere suitor on Jen Tran's season of The Bachelorette, Jonathan quickly earned praise from viewers for his emotional vulnerability and poetic way with words. He made it to week 5 on Jen's season before being eliminated during a difficult rose ceremony in Portugal, tearfully wishing her well and thanking her for the opportunity. It wasn't a dramatic exit, but it was memorable. He'd been real, and realness, as any Bachelor Nation fan knows, is a rare commodity. Producers took note. Just a few months after Jen's season wrapped, Jonathan was flown to Sayulita, Mexico, for Bachelor in Paradise season 10. He was eager, hopeful, and slightly guarded. "I wanted to believe I could meet someone," Jonathan later wrote on Instagram, "but I was also scared. I knew what it felt like to fall and not be caught." For the first few days on the beach, Jonathan remained on the sidelines. He watched as early frontrunners formed power couples and roses were passed around like currency. He tried to strike up conversations, particularly with rising favorites like Alex Godin and Jess Edwards, but the connections were either too fleeting or already spoken for. It wasn't until week 2 that his fate on the show was temporarily rescued by someone no one expected, April Kirkwood. April, 67, was a beloved alum from the Golden Bachelor Season 1, known for her offbeat humor, her spontaneous poetry, and her refusal to let age define her. Her unexpected arrival in Paradise initially brought comic relief to a beach strained by drama. But April didn't come to be a gimmick, she came to explore. And in Jonathan, she saw someone who wasn't just handsome, but human. Someone who listened. Though their age difference raised eyebrows, their dynamic was sincere. April didn't view Jonathan as a romantic partner, and Jonathan never claimed they were more than friends. In fact, after she gave him her rose to keep him on the beach, he quickly went on a confessional to clarify, "April's amazing. But we're not, like, dating. I think we're kindred spirits more than anything." Bachelor Nation had mixed reactions. Some felt their friendship was heartwarming. Others called it forced. April, for her part, brushed off the criticism with her usual quirk: people love to categorize. But Jonathan is like a beautiful song, you just enjoy the melody. You don't need to define it. But behind Jonathan's calm exterior was a growing storm. As the days passed, he felt increasingly alienated from the social dynamics of Paradise. He was cast as a backup option, an afterthought in the eyes of other cast members. His conversations were often edited down or left out entirely. Fans online began speculating that Jonathan was just there for exposure. That perception hit him hard. Jonathan had always been introspective. Fame didn't excite him, it exhausted him. The whispers online, the DMs calling him boring or forgettable, began to eat away at him. He stopped sleeping well. He felt watched all the time, like even his moments of silence were being mined for narratives that didn't represent him. When I returned from filming, Jonathan later confessed during a vulnerable Instagram Live, "I was so nervous in my head that I felt I needed a break from my world." So, just a week after he got home to Austin, Texas, he bought a one-way ticket to Spain. He packed light. No entourage. No management team. No prearranged brand deals. Just a canvas bag, a battered journal, and an old-school Polaroid camera. His goal? To take 28 photos of strangers. One for each day he'd spent filming Bachelor in Paradise. "I didn't want to think about influencers or ring sponsors or who kissed who," he explained. "I just wanted to find something real again." The trip began in Madrid. He arrived jet-lagged and unsure of himself. He spent the first day simply walking, stopping at small cafes to sip espresso and write observations in his notebook. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.